Oh man. Just when you thought YouTube couldn't get any more ridiculous, they're just like, hey, hold my beer. So if you haven't heard, Google recently released some info on its new plans to cut down on the offensive religious and supremacist content on their platform. Surprise, it's censorship. Now, I want to read some of the Gizmodo article on this word for word because I don't want to be accused of misquoting or taking things out of context, and I think they actually did a really good job of pulling everything together with this. So a little story time. Today, YouTube clarified how it plans to handle videos that don't violate any of its policies but still contain offensive religious and supremacist content. Hide them and make sure they can't make any money. The news comes as a status report on the promises made by Google General Counsel Kent Walker in a June Financial Times op-ed which announced YouTube was taking several steps to inhibit extremist videos. These steps included investing in machine learning technology to help identify videos associated with terrorism, increasing the number of trusted flaggers to identify content that can be used to radicalize terrorists, and redirecting potential extremist recruits to watch counterterrorism videos instead. I'd love to know how that's going to work, and yeah, trusted flaggers, that's what we need more of. But here's the kicker. Walker also wrote that YouTube would take a tougher stance, quotes, tougher stance on controversial videos that don't actually violate any of YouTube's policies. In a blog post today, YouTube provided a better sense of what that stance entails. Now, when YouTube decides that a flagged video doesn't break policy, but still contains that controversial religious or supremacist content, the video will be put in a, quote, limited state. Here the video will exist in a sort of limbo where it won't be recommended or monetized. It also won't include suggested videos or allow comments or likes. The new approach will apply to desktop versions of YouTube within the next few weeks and on mobile soon after that. It goes on to discuss how people get around some of these things and why some people are, rightfully so, worried about this. I'll link to the whole Gizmodo article and YouTube blog in the description. But this is basically a tool to kill someone's content dead, even if it doesn't violate any rules. Essentially, people wielding these tools don't like something, it's gone. Like all things on YouTube, the requirements are extremely vague. Controversial, religious, or supremacist. What the hell does that even mean? Like, how about give me an example? You see, we're living in the world of microaggressions, where everyone who disagrees with me is OMG like literally Hitler. And we're supposed to just trust YouTube on this? Because why? Their great track record of previous policy implementations? Now here's the thing. I always want people to be armed with facts. Keep in mind, this is not technically denying your right to free speech. YouTube is a platform owned by Google. It's their right to do with it as they please. This isn't the sidewalk, this is private property. With that said, however, it's perfectly acceptable to be worried about how this is going to affect the YouTube community, as well as call out just how ridiculous this all sounds. Man, if you follow YouTubers who already are reporting issues with their content being restricted, demonetized, or whatever, I don't think they're going to get any comfort from YouTube essentially saying, yeah, if you abide by all the rules, we can still do this to you just because we feel like it. I mean, seriously, what is going to stop these, quote, trusted flaggers, and really any other trolls out there, from straight up destroying channels they don't like? And again, YouTube is reserving the right to be biased on this. You don't have to violate any rules. When you ask why you're demonetized, YouTube can basically come back with, because we said so. Great argument, by the way. Sure, YouTube has problems with extremist content on their platform. That helped lead to what many call the adpocalypse. But this is far from a solution. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not really familiar with the YouTube policies, rules, and regulations, but I feel like an ISIS beheading video probably already violates something. It seems like they're just using these sorts of examples as an excuse to control the content flow on the site to a much greater extent, lumping whoever they please into this extremist and supremacist category. What a joke. But yeah, with that, this video's a wrap. Not really much more to say on this then, I guess. If you have rules, but punish people regardless of whether or not they follow the rules? Do you actually have rules to begin with? But yeah, let me know your thoughts on YouTube's latest great idea in the comments. As always, I'm John Zakari, and thanks for watching.